Horses are approaching the starting gate. First race pacers lining up and moving in. This field is in motion. And the gate moves onto the backstretch. First race pacers in behind the gate. They're off and pacing from the inside. Potentially in going out for the lead. Right alongside King Royalty. On the outside, Cartoonist. Down inside, it's Rock on the Hill. Followed by It's All About Mock. And trailing the field, it's After the Lovin'. Midway through the paddock turn the first time. It's Potentially in on top here. Shown the way by a length and a half over King Royalty. Racing in second, gap of 2 lengths. Rock on the Hill moving up towards the inside third as they pace by the opening quarter in 28-4. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Mike Gerard has Potentially in at 3-5, setting the tempo. Billy Abdenor in the pocket with King Royalty up on the outside with the rush. Here comes It's All About Mock. Locked in, Rock on the Hill up on the outside after the Lovin'. And now true on the field, it's Cartoonist. As they swing around the clubhouse turn, Potentially in shows the way, 3 parts of a length. It's All About Mock on the attack on the outside. He's now second. King Royalty boxed in towards the inside third. Halftime goes in 58-1. They straighten out down the backstretch. It's Potentially in with a short lead. It's All About Mock right on the outside. King Royalty towards the inside. Watches it from third. After the Lovin', poised on the outside, second over. Racing in fourth, gap of 2. Rock on the Hill and true on the field, it's Cartoonist. 3/4 here in 126-2. They're on the final turn. Potentially in continues to lead. It's All About Mock on the outside, up on the outside, 3 wide. Here comes After the Lovin'. King Royalty towards the inside. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. And it's Potentially in showing the way. King Royalty towards the inside, far outside. Here comes After the Lovin'. After the Lovin', Potentially in, deep stretch. It will be Potentially in front. After the Lovin' was second. It's All About Mock was third. Time for the mile, 1:55-4. First race is official. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, Rock on the Hill was 5th. Potentially in, your race winner. King Royalty 4th. Cartoonist was 6th. It's All About Mock 3rd. After the Lovin'. $1,000. These are the trotters for race number 2. Number 1, Names Muscle, owned by William Phipps, driven by Matt at third. Number 2, Fleet Cessna, owned by Diane Whittemore, the driver Nick Raffam. Number 3, Valentin, owned by Joe Wheeler, driven by Wally Watson. Number 4 is Broadway Giant, owned by Ron Patoyne, the driver Bruce Ranger. Tabasco, number 5, owned by the DeStefano and Son stable, the driver Mike Stevenson. Number 6, Hollyama, owned by Michael Moore, Alec Chartrand driving. And number 7, Surprise Mission, owned by Lynn and Paul Silva, Drew Monty in the sulky. Post time for the up. The starter has called for the horses. Trotters are making their way back to the starting gate. It is now post time. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Race 2 trotters lining up and moving in. This field is in motion. And the gate moves onto the backstretch. Second race trotters in behind the gate. They're off and trotting. There goes Broadway Giant out for the lead. Down inside, Names Muscle. Fleet Cessna comes away racing third. Valentin has dropped in fourth, a length back to Basco, followed by Holiyama, and true on the field at Surprise Mission. Paddock turn the first time. It's Broadway Giant on top, rolling up on the outside. Here comes Names Muscle. Off stride goes Fleet Cessna. Fleet Cessna is on a break. Opening quarter on the board goes in 27-2. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Bruce Ranger has Broadway Giant on top by a length. Names Muscle right there in second, gap of 2. Valentin at the cones in third. Down inside, Tabasco is fourth, followed up by Holiyama. Then comes Surprise Mission, and true on the field, back on the trot. It's Fleet Cessna. They swing around the clubhouse turn. Broadway Giant in command. Pocket trip, Names Muscle is second. Off stride goes Valentin. Valentin has gone off stride. Halftime goes in 58 seconds flat. They straighten out down the backstretch. Broadway Giant at 9-1 on top. Names Muscle giving chase. Moving up on the outside. Here comes Holiyama. Underway from third. Locked in towards the inside. Tabasco. Moving up on the outside. Second over. Surprise Mission. They continue on down the backstretch. And it's Broadway Giant with the lead. Holiyama up on the outside now. Second to challenge for the lead. Names Muscle trapped in towards the inside third. 3/4 here in 127 flat. They run the final turn, and Broadway Giant kicks away and leads by 3. Holiyama on the outside. Names Muscle towards the inside is third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home, and they're all chasing Broadway Giant, who strides out to a 5-length lead. Holiyama far outside Tabasco, deep stretch. It will be Broadway Giant coast to coast. Holiyama was second, Tabasco third. Time for the mile, 1:56.1. For Broadway Giant, a 7-year-old big gelding by Broadway Hall, out of Giant Step by Giant Victory. Owned and trained by Ron Patoyne, driven to a new lifetime record by Bruce Ranger. Broadway Giant trotting the mile in 1:56.1. The second race is official. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, Names Muscle, 4th. Fleet Cessna was 6th. Valentin 7th. Broadway Giant, your race winner. Tabasco track for the upcoming third race. A conditioned trotting event. The purse $10,000. These are the trotters for race number 3. Number 1 is Manny L., owned by Stephen Picarazzi and Brett DeRue, driven by Sean Gray. Number 2, Therapeutic, owned by the Clunis Nantes stables, driven by Walter Lafreniere Jr. Number 3, Mouthpiece, owned by William Phipps, driven by Matt Thurn. Number 4 is Southwind Surge, owned by the DeStefano and Son stable, the driver Mike Stevenson. LD Yo-Yo Ma, number 5, owned by Emery Pelletier, the driver Drew Campbell. And number 6, Shorty Hanover, owned by William McIlvain Jr., Drew Monty in the sulky. Post time for the upcoming third race. The horses are approaching the starting gate. This field is in motion. And the gate moves onto the backstretch. Third race trotters in behind the gate. They're off and trotting on the outside. LD's Yo-Yo Ma sprinting out for the lead. Also on the move, Mouthpiece. Down inside, Maniel comes away racing third. Therapeutic is settled in fourth, followed by Southwind Surge, and trailing the field at Sortie, Hanover. Paddock turn the first time. LD's Yo-Yo Ma on top by a length. Mouthpiece has dropped in the pocket, racing in second. Moving up on the outside, here comes Manny L from third. As they trot by the opening quarter in 27 and 4, they're in the stretch for the first time. Driving up on the outside, here comes Manny L. And Manny L comes on to get the lead. LD's Yo-Yo Ma backs off in second. Mouthpiece now third. Therapeutic racing in fourth. Next in line, it's Southwind Surge. Your trailer is Sortie, Hanover. They swing around the clubhouse turn. Sean Gray has Manny L at 1-5 on top by a length. LD's Yo-Yo Ma right there in second. Mouthpiece towards the inside, a ground-saving third. They're halfway home in 57 and 3. They straighten out down the backstretch. It's Maniel, and he's got the lead, heading toward that 3-quarter-mile marker. Moving up on the outside, here comes Therapeutic. Down inside, LD's Yo-Yo Ma. Southwind Surge up on the outside with cover, locked in. Mouthpiece and trailing the field, that's Sortie, Hanover. 3/4 on the board here in 1:27 and 1. Around the final turn, Maniel shows the way. LD's Yo-Yo Ma right there stalking the pace setter. In second, Therapeutic will have to do better on the outside third. Mouthpiece towards the inside is fourth. They're at the top of the stretch. And turn for home, Maniel down on the inside has that lead. Bearing down on the outside. Here comes LD's Yo-Yo Ma. And LD's Yo-Yo Ma takes command. LD's Yo-Yo Ma coming on. Time for the mile, 1:56 flat. LD's Yo-Yo Ma, a 7-year-old bay horse by Lucky Chucky. And of LD's Cashmere by Donato Hanover, owned by Emery Pelletier, trained by Randy Bickmore, driven to victory by Drew Campbell. LD's Yo-Yo Ma trotting. It is now post time. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Fourth race trotters lining up and moving in. This field is in motion. And the gate moves onto the backstretch. Fourth race trotters in behind the gate. They're off and trotting on the far outside. RFL's Anthelma going out for the lead. Mid-pack, there goes Me Too Baby down inside. Some Big Bank Hanover comes away trotting third. Dewey Dog on the outside, followed by Pixie Dust at the pylons, followed by Barmaid Express, a length back to One Tricks Pony. And true in the field, it's Ethan's Fire. Paddock turn the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes some Big Bank Hanover. Towards the inside, Me Too Baby. Those two heads apart. Quarter time goes in 28 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. And it's some Big Bank Hanover on the outside coming on to get the lead. Me Too Baby back to second, followed by RFL's Anthelma racing third. Length back and forth, it's Dewey Dog, followed up by Pixie Dust. Down inside, Barmaid Express. One Trick's Pony on the outside. Trailing the field, it's Ethan's Fire. They swing around the clubhouse turn. Nick Raffam has some Big Bank Hanover at 9-5 on the point. Motoring up on the outside. Here comes Dewey Dog. Dewey Dog up on the outside now, second. Halftime goes in 57-4. They straighten out down the backstretch. Some Big Bank Hanover, 3 parts of a late. Dewey Dog on the outside. Racing in second, locked in towards the inside. It's Me Too Baby. Racing in third, up on the outside. One Trick's Pony locked in towards the inside. It's RFL's Anthelma. 3/4 here in 1:26-3. They're on the final turn. Some Big Bank Hanover continues to lead towards the inside. Me Too Baby begging for racing room. Racing in second, up on the outside. Dewey Dog racing third. They're at the top of the stretch. All heads are turned for home. Down on the inside. Some Big Bank Hanover still with the lead. Me Too Baby giving chase. Up on the outside. Dewey Dog coming down to the wire. It will be some Big Bank Hanover in front. Me Too Baby was second. Dewey Dog third. Time for the mile, 1:56-1. Bob McHugh and Robert Griffin. Trained by Mike Eaton. Driven to a new lifetime record by Nick Raffam. Some Big Bank Hanover trotting the mile in 1:56-1. The horses are on the track for race number 5. A winners over trotting event. The purse $15,000. These are the trotters for race number 5. Number 1, Mystical Somali, owned by Joe Stanislawski, driven by Drew Campbell. Number 2, Make It a Double, owned by William Phipps and Gretchen Athern, the driver Matt Athern. Number 3 is Midnight Craze, owned by Richard Mason Jr., driven by Ivan Davies. Number 4, In Excess, owned by Sandra Ballou and Robert Killian, the driver Sean Gray. Number 5, There's a Demon in Me, owned by the Shigard Racing Stable, the driver Chris Long. Massive Lightning, number 6, owned by Robert Kopak, Nick Raffam driving. And number 7, Chav Hanover, owned by Diane Whittemore, Bruce Ranger, and the Sulky. Post time for race number 5 in 5 minutes until post time. It is now post time. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Seventh race Pacers lining up and moving in. This field is in motion. And the gate moves onto the backstretch. Seventh race Pacers in behind the gate. They're off. off and pacing from the inside. Checkpoint Chatter going out for the lead from between horses. There goes Raise the Ante. Down inside, it's D's Artiste who comes away racing third. Lovely Lady May on the outside away fourth. Towards the inside, it's Straight Up Jazz, followed by Marty's Girl. Length back to Runaway Girl, and true in the field, it's Miss Trickster. Paddock turn the first time. Raise the Ante comes on to get the lead. Raise the Ante now on top by a length. Opening quarter on the board goes in 28 and 3. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Sean Gray has Raised the Ante on top by a length with Checkpoint Chatter right there. Racing in second. D's Artiste towards the inside, saving ground third. Length back to Lovely Lady May. Next in line, it's Straight Up Jazz up on the outside. There goes Marty's Girl, followed by Runaway Girl. And true on the field, it's Miss Trickster. Around the clubhouse turn they go. Out on top of the field here, shown the way by a length. It's Raise the Ante. Drafting along in second, Checkpoint Chatter. Halftime goes in 58 and 3. They strain out down the backstretch. Raise the Ante maintains a length lead. Racing in second, Checkpoint Chatter towards the inside. Lovely Lady May giving chase, racing in third up on the outside. There goes Straight Up Jazz. Also on the move, Marty's Girl towards the inside. D's Artiste. From between horses, it's Runaway Girl. And true in the field, it's Miss Trickster. 3/4 up in 127 and 1. Around the final turn, Raise the Ante at 4-5 with the lead. Lovely Lady May trying to close the gap on the outside. Checkpoint Chatter towards the inside. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home down on the inside. It's Raise the Ante, shaking loose on the outside. Here comes Checkpoint Chatter. Checkpoint Chatter, Raise the Ante, deep stretch. It will be Raise the Ante, coast to coast. Checkpoint Chatter was second. Lovely Lady May was third. Time for the mile, 1:55 and 4. Time victory by Sean Gray. Back-to-back victories this afternoon for Sean Gray. Raise the Ante, pacing the mile in 1:55 and 4. Eighth race, an open trotting event. The purse $20,000. These are the trotters for race number 8. Number 1 is Smooth Acceleration, owned by William Phipps, driven by Matt at third. Number 2, Pappy Go-Go, owned by the Michael Goldberg Racing Stable. The driver, Drew Monty. Number 3, Euro Bond, owned by the Lindy Farms of Connecticut. And Robert Rudolph, driven by Bruce Ranger. Number 4, Only Passing Through, owned by Diane Whittemore. The driver, Wally Watson. Explosive Ridge, number 5, owned by Eaton, McHugh, Griffin, and Young, driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 6 is Lucky Weekend, owned by the Jesmerel Stable, Sean Gray driving. And number 7, Now's the Moment, owned by Sonia McDonald, Mike Stevenson, and the Sulky. Post time for eighth race trotters lining up and moving in. This field is in motion. And the gate moves onto the backstretch. Eighth race trotters in behind the gate. They're off and trotting. There goes Explosive Ridge, sprinting out for the lead. Down inside, Pappy Go-Go, Euro Bond on the outside, followed by Smooth Acceleration, who comes away racing in fourth. Gap of 2 lengths. Only Passing Through, gap of 1.5 lengths to Lucky Weekend. And true on the field, it's Now's the Moment. Paddock turned the first time, driving up on the outside. Here comes Eurobond. And Eurobond comes on to get the lead. Quarter time goes in 28 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Bruce Ranger has Eurobond at 5-2 on the point, showing the way a length and a half. Explosive Ridge right there in second. Pappy Go-Go third. Length back and forth, Smooth Acceleration, followed by Only Passing Through. Then comes Lucky Weekend. And true on the field, it's Now's the Moment. They swing around the clubhouse turn. Eurobond in command. Explosive Ridge giving chase up on the outside. Here comes Smooth Acceleration underway from third. Locked in towards the inside. Pappy Go-Go racing in fourth. Halftime goes in 56-2. They strain out down the backstretch. Eurobond loose on the lead, showing the way by 3. Explosive Ridge is second. Smooth Acceleration up on the outside at third, locked in towards the inside. Pappy Go-Go racing in fourth, up on the outside, Only Passing Through. Now's the Moment. And now true on the field, it's Lucky Weekend. 3/4 here in 1:24-1. They're on the final turn. Eurobond opens up by 5, now 6, now 7. Moving up on the outside. Racing in second. Here comes Only Passing Through. Off stride, back of the pack. It's Smooth Acceleration. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. And Eurobond is long gone. The battle for second. Only Passing Through. Now's the Moment. Deep stretch. It will be Eurobond in full command. Time for the mile, 1:53 flat. Returning to the winner's circle, number 3, Eurobond. A 6-year-old bay horse by Love You out of True Diva by Valley Victory. Owned by the Lindy Farms of Connecticut. And Robert Rudolph, trained by Domenico Ciceri. Driven to victory by Bruce Ranger. That's a driving double for Bruce Ranger. Eurobond trotting the mile in 1:53 flat. To the starting gate. Post time. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Ninth race trotters lining up and moving in. This field is in motion. And the gate moves on to the backstretch. Ninth race trotters in behind the gate. They're off and trotting on the outside. There goes Dalachek, who steps out for the lead. Down inside, it's Carson Hill. The extreme outside, there goes H.S. Marcia. B.J. Rowdy has dropped in, racing in fourth up on the outside. Annie OK, followed by One Swan for All. Courts in session, gap of 2. Bluebird Jamaican trail in the field. It's One a Hall. Paddock turned the first time off. Stride goes H.S. Marcia. H.S. Marcia is on a break as they trot by the opening quarter in 27-3. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Mike Stevenson has Dalachek on top by a length, rolling up on the outside. Here comes One Swan for All. Carson Hill giving chase racing third. Courts in session on the outside, followed by B.J. Rowdy. Annie OK down inside. One a Hall on the outside, gap of 3. Bluebird Jamaican trail in the field, still off stride. It's H.S. Marcia. They swing around the clubhouse turn. It's now One Swan for All on the front end, showing the way by a length. Dalachek back to second. Halftime goes in 57 seconds flat. They straighten out down the backstretch. And Wally Watson has one Swan for All. On top by a length. Dalachek right there, racing in second. Carson Hill towards the inside is third. Courts in Session on the rim, racing in fourth, locked in. Towards the inside, BJ rounding gap of 2, Annie OK, followed up by Wanna Hall. Bluebird Jamaican far back, trailing the field back on the trot. It's HS Marcia, 3/4 here in 1:26 flat. They round the final turn. One Swan for All has opened up a 2-length lead. Dalachek towards the inside, racing in second. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home, and they're all chasing One Swan for All, striding out to a 3-length lead. Dalachek towards the inside, up on the outside. Here comes Carson Hill, but in deep stretch, it's going to be One Swan for All in front. Carson Hill was second. Dalachek was third. Time for the mile, 1:56 flat. One Swan for All, trotting the mile in 1:56 flat. Back for the 10th race finale, a condition trotting event. The purse $12,500. These are the trotters for race number 10, number 1 Jericho, owned by Linda and Robert Kenny, and the DeStefano and Son stable, driven by Mike Stevenson. Number 2, Trixie Dust, owned by Michael Moore, the driver Alec Chartrand. Number 3, Winding Hill, owned by Diane Whittemore, driven by Drew Monte. Number 4, Hot Wheels, owned by the Shigard Racing Stable, the driver Chris Long. Mr. Muscle, number 5, owned by Mark Beckwith, driven by Bruce Ranger. Number 6, Blue Knight, owned by Richard Mason Jr., Ivan Davies driving. Scratch, number 7, Northern. The starting gate. Tenth race trotters lining up and moving in. This field is in motion. And the gate moves onto the backstretch. Nightcap trotters in behind the gate, 10th and final here at Plainridge Park. They're off and trotting on the outside. Mr. Muscle going out for the lead from between horses. Winding Hill down inside. It's Jericho, 3 of them across the track as they drive into the first turn. Trixie Dust comes away racing fourth. Gap of 2 lengths to Hot Wheels. And trailing the field, it's Blue Knight. Paddock turn the first time. Mr. Muscle takes command. Mr. Muscle draws clear. Leads it by about 1.5 lengths over Winding Hill. Racing in second. Moving up on the outside. Here comes Jericho from third. Quarter time goes in 27-3. They're in the stretch for the first time. Driving up on the outside. Here comes Jericho. And Jericho comes on to get the lead from Mr. Muscle, who backs off in second. Winding Hill trotting third up on the outside. Here comes Trixie Dust underway from fourth. Followed up by Hot Wheels. Your trailer is Blue Knight as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Mike Stevenson has Jericho. 11-1 long shot on top by a length. Mr. Muscle tracking in second. Up on the outside on the rim, racing third, it's Trixie Dust. Halftime goes in 56-2. They straighten out down the backstretch. Heading toward that 3/4 mile marker. Jericho with the lead. Mr. Muscle towards the inside is second. Trixie Dust up on the outside, racing third, and locked in towards the inside. Winding Hill up on the outside. Hot Wheels still trolling the field. Nothing yet from Blue Knight as they round the fourth turn. Jericho takes him by 3/4 here in 125 flat. Around the final turn, Jericho leads it by about a length and a half. Mr. Muscle stalking the pace setter right there in hot pursuit. Racing in second, Trixie Dust up on the outside third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Jericho set down for the stretch drive. It's Jericho with the lead, shaking loose on the outside. Mr. Muscle through the stretch, Jericho, Mr. Muscle on the outside, deep stretch. It's going to be Jericho at 11-1. Time for the mile, 1:54.3. Owned by Linda and Robert Kenny and the DiStefano and Son stable, trained by John DiStefano, driven to victory by Mike Stevenson. Jericho trotting the mile in 1:54.3. The 10th race is official. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, Jericho, your race winner. Trixie Dust was 4th.